Drawing animals is difficult, so I decided to share with you my favorite two animal drawing books, beginning with this one, which is the famous artist book on how to draw animals. Hi, my name is Luis Escobar. I'm a storyboard artist on the Simpsons television show. I've been working on the show for over 20 years now. And as you can see, just by the fact that I've got all these like post-its on this book, this is one of the books that I use the most when I have to draw animals. You never know when you end up having to draw a cat or a dog or a horse, and most of the time you're just out of luck if you just don't know where to even begin, especially if you're really used to drawing figures but you don't know a whole lot about drawing animals. So this is a really good place to start. What I really enjoy about this book is that it breaks down drawing animals in the most basic way possible. So as you can see, it starts off with the most basic things of all, which is drawing from life, drawing gestures, that sort of thing, which is basically the same thing that you would do when you're drawing figures. But then it goes one step further and it starts breaking down animals, like for example the dog, in these really basic shapes. And what that does is it helps you wrap your head around something as complicated as animal anatomy. And again, gesture is king. Gesture is really important. So it kind of reinforces the notion and the idea that anything that you learned about drawing the figure, drawing cartoons, when it comes to gesture, is important. And then of course it does the anatomy comparison with the human body, because the anatomy of an animal and the anatomy of a human being is not as different as you may think. And so if you know how to draw a human figure, it'll be easier for you to understand animal anatomy and modify it so that you're able to draw it clearly. And this book just breaks down the animals so that they become much easier for you to draw. And again, there's anatomy here and etc. So I highly recommend this book here, the Famous Artist Course book, How to Draw Animals. It's a step-by-step method. It is absolutely one of the best books for drawing animals you can possibly have. And like I said, I use this all the time when I'm drawing animals myself, because whatever makes it easier to wrap your head around a complex subject is absolutely worth having. All right, I will put a link to this book in the description of this video, along with the links to my Patreon and all these other things. Just look in the description of this video and you can click through all of that stuff. Okay, so I hope this video has been helpful. Pick up this book if you need to draw animals. You just never know when you end up having to do them. And I will see you next time. All right, bye. If you found this video valuable, I would like to encourage you to return value for value by becoming one of my patrons over on Patreon. Not only will you encourage me to continue making informative videos that are useful to you, but you get extra perks too. For only a small investment of $1 a month, you can get all new videos I create months before anyone else gets to see it. Also, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer as a patron, you get priority and I answer your questions first. On top of that, when you're a patron at any level, you become part of a raffle where I send original art via mail to the winner of that month. The higher your tier, the better your opportunity to win. Higher tier patrons also get access to any art I do in high-res JPEGs, and also full access to PSD files to any work I do, including the PSD files of these videos. Currently, there's a huge backlog of downloadable files you can get, so right away you're going to get quite a lot of bang for your buck. And the more patrons I get, the better these videos will get. The more content I can produce. In other words, the more you benefit. Please consider becoming a patron. Thanks. The link to my Patreon is on the screen and in the description of this video.